research would deal with it's about the geography of property development in France, mainly between 2008 and 2022. And so the main point is that I analyze property development as a spatial system, a system made of different societies articulated between them and forming a sort of field in which the different societies are in competition with different dotations, so with different types of capital. And a spatial system because what I'm interested in is how this system would create some urban production concretely. I consider this spatial system as determined or influenced at least by three main pillars. The first one would be the capital, meaning the economic logic at the base actually of the property development in France, because property developers are financed through private investors and banks, so it's a sort of capitalist way to produce housing. Second main pillar would be what I call, after other authors, the social division of urban space, meaning the geography of income and of the morphological forms, the different types of buildings, the different density of the urban space. And the third one would be the public regulation and the institutions that are actually framing regulatory landscape, and they do it in a geographically uneven way, which means that, at least in my case on my subject, the spatial policies are spatially selective, which can influence this geography of property development. So for that, I have I'm using kind of mixed methods, even though the quantitative part is a bit more developed than the qualitative one. So I have 64 interviews. I also led a participant observation of 4 months in a consultancy office. And for the rest, I'm mainly analyzing databases on the housing production by property developers, public and private. So my general question is at the national scales. So a part of my work is using nationwide databases in order just to assess the general trends of the property development. But I also have some case studies, local case studies at the scale of municipalities or municipal territories. And for example, I have one which is quite a good example of that general theoretical framework that I have, which is Clermont-Ferrand, which is a medium-sized city of the center of France. And Clermont-Ferrand is concerned by changing, by a transformation of the perimeter of eligibility to tax schemes aimed at private investors for buying housing made by developers. There is this big scheme which is very influential in France in general, and the eligible perimeter to this scheme has reduced very neatly in 2018. So this territory of Clermont-Ferrand has to face this changing geography of a national regulation. this changing was followed immediately by a complete reorientation or by a complete transformation of the geography of property development. The property developers moved very quickly from the municipalities that lost the eligibility to the municipality that remained eligible to this aid, to this support. Facing that phenomena, the local authorities had to develop a new regulation within the frame of the national of what the state allows the local authorities to develop. And those local authorities had to then develop new tools or new way to produce the urbanization locally. And so there is in this kind of situation this interplay between the national regulation, the economic motor, the economic determinant of the developers, meaning the economic necessity to make profit, which led them to adapt actually their location to the geography of this public support. This transformed the way urban production was made and then had an influence on the social division of space. And it was followed then by a transformation of the local scale of the regulation, which in turn affected the geography of developers, etc., etc. Very dynamic landscape that I think is interesting to study.